Sound check, 1, 2, 3. Happy hump day, everybody. It's Wednesday. Welcome to the Bro Show. Sound check, 1, 2, 3. When are they gonna legalize it already? Sound check, 1, 2, 3. Stand by for the Bro Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, and gamers from around the world, it's go time for Bro Time. Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy Hump Day, happy Wednesday, and welcome to the Bro Show. We're just chilling, talking about some different things today. One of the topics being marijuana. What's the state of marijuana in your country? Are you from a country where it's fully legal? Are you from a country or a province or a state where you're able to imbibe marijuana recreationally? Or is it just medical? Not at all.
Comment live in chat here on the side, because we want to legalize it already. You see this shit right here? Just fucking do it! One more time. Yeah, we're a multi-camera show, but I'm the sole producer, so bear with me. Sometimes there's glitches. Sometimes things are meant to happen. Sometimes we just roll with it. Loopy, how you doing today, buddy? Hashtag 420. Hey, how's everybody doing today? Don't forget to smash the subscribe for The Bro Show. We're up to 1177, over 96,000 views in less than 9 months. Hit me up at the Bro Gamer X if you want your channel to be featured on our Tuesday show of, hey, let's check out other people's YouTube channels. And don't forget, I do have the official website at thebrogamer.com. That's right. The latest blog post from that, talking about the new show time at 2 p.m. Am I becoming a talk show now? No, I'm just chilling this week. We're introducing Sniper Ghost Warrior 3 in a little bit, when I come back from BC. And next week I'm going to be vlogging from British Columbia, on location in British Columbia, as we set up a production facility for medical marijuana. Fully legal, fully licensed. That's right, folks. A printing press, aka printing press. This is a Tim Hortons coffee. It's orange today. They're celebrating Camp Day. So, Tim Hortons, don't forget to swing on by and blah, blah, blah. Donation, kids, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, we're talking about weed. Let's talk about some weed. Am I becoming a talk show? No, we're not talking about a talk show. But, I am starting this. This is Pi High. This is our t-shirts and our clothing line for Pi High / a medical dispensary that will open when dispensaries become fully legal in the new year, in 2018, in July. So what are we doing today? Are we just talking about this shit? The current cannabis laws? No. We are talking about a little bit of the current cannabis laws. Still illegal for a dispensary and a compassion club to technically open. And, you know me, former cop, former soldier, kind of want to stay on the right side of things. So I'm going to stick to this one here on the Justice Department and understand that cannabis laws are changing. They really are. The status of cannabis laws in Canada are changing. It's currently legal to possess marijuana for medical purposes. You have to acquire it through a licensed producer. You know what I mean? But you're not allowed to go to a storefront to get it. And personally, I hate that. I got my medical marijuana card, and I'm not allowed to see what I'm about to spend my money on before I buy it. Am I going to smoke some? No, I'm not going to smoke anything live on the show. No, we're going to keep it PG-13 there, Loopy. But, I do smoke. I do medicate here and there when I feel the need to, but it's not like an all the time kind of thing, you know what I'm saying? Loopy, where are you from, mate? You're from Finland, Norway, something like that, right? How are the marijuana laws there? Are you able to recreationally use medical? I guess it wouldn't be medical, it would be recreationally using marijuana. Or are you medically confined to it, or not at all? Is it considered a statute offense? See, for the longest time in Canada, it was a statute offense. People actually have criminal records for marijuana. It's not right. It's not right at all, honestly. And Drank jumps in with the comment check, of course. Drank is the only one living in a country where it's legal to buy and smoke. That's right. Drank's living in Amsterdam. Well, not in Amsterdam, in Holland, the Netherlands, where it is fully legal to recreationally purchase marijuana and imbibe it. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like alcohol is everywhere else. But he doesn't do it himself, obviously. So when given the full choice, this is a person who chooses not to smoke marijuana. He likes, scotches. He likes his booze. He likes his beers. He likes stuff like that. I love my alcohol too. But I'm like a 50-50 guy. I like marijuana and alcohol. Not combined, obviously, but, within reason, in different occasions, I will drink. Within reason, in different occasions, I will smoke. So, really, I have my medical card, so everything I do is it's legit under the Controlled Drugs and Substances Act, and therefore I'm all right. You know what I mean? But where we're standing is like people having a hard time getting access to their medication. Okay, yes, there are licensed producers. Yes, you can get stuff online sent right to your house, sure. But the packages, they're always known by your postman in like the third or fourth delivery, like, hey, you're that guy who Crimson Studios says a great comment. We'll get to edibles for sure. But, even your postman is like, hey, man, you got something in there. And you're like, well, I've got my medical card. I'm not doing anything illegal. Like, I'm not fucking shipping drugs to the post. Like, that's sort of a really bad tactic. But, and that gets to what Crimson Studio says here live in chat about edibles, is that you don't have readily access to these edibles that some people don't choose to smoke to imbibe their marijuana. They want to take a pill, they want to eat it in a brownie, maybe a slice of pie, a slice of pie, or vaporize it or whatever. But like Crimson said, how are you going to get your edibles? A lot of these licensed producers only have flowers, and they've only just started carrying oil, which is a bakeable thing, but then you've got to bake it yourself. They can't actually stock the perishable edibles because, one, it's not financially feasible for them to do so. For instance, like Tweed or MedRelief or anything like that here in Canada, they're not going to stock a large scale quantity of perishable food items because that's not a good cost analysis. They're into making a whole bunch of money. Now, this is where a dispensary would come in, is they can make edibles and extracts from the shake, essentially what falls off the flowers. And this is why I think a dispensary is a really good idea, because then you've got different people making from Health Canada sanctioned marijuana edibles, and you can basically translate the THC rating to the edible. It's pretty simple. You can also make your own extracts too. You can save a lot of your own money. You understand? So, and with edibles, the thing about edibles is, everybody's got a preference. You want pop, you want a lollipop, you want a brownie, you want a piece of pie, you want just a pill and not have any, you want to treat it like a pure medication. You can, but you don't have these items readily accessible to you in a licensed producer. Now, in a dispensary, you've got ever-changing items, you've got ever-changing flowers, and me, personally, I like to smoke different flowers through the week because I don't like to strain out, if anybody knows what that means. I like to stay fresh, you know what I mean? Coffee. Got a little frog crawling up my throat. But again, edibles aren't readily accessible in a licensed producer. They're always readily accessible in a dispensary because in the United States, in Colorado and California, they have full manufacturer facilities for medically medicated as well as recreationally medicated items. And you really can't get that stuff from the licensed producers because they're all trying to basically stock in-house items at this point. So it's tough. It's tough. A follow-up question from Crimson is, would I open a dispensary? And the answer to that is this. Pie High Dispensary coming soon in Squamish, British Columbia, as well as Toronto, Ontario, whenever we can legally open. According to these people, the Department of Justice. Because as you can see, unlicensed sellers, frowned upon. So I don't intend to throw money away. At least for my investors, we need to maintain a solid principle, and we're not really getting into anything illegal. However, what I am going out to BC for, literally this Sunday, is to open a production facility. Legally, fully licensed by Health Canada, and we're going to become a licensed producer ourselves to then basically run a chain of BC Bud to our dispensaries nationally. Franchise! Hey, dragons, guess what? Dr. Coughing jumps in to yell, smoke weed every day. Dre said it, Snoop said it, a whole bunch of dudes said it, and I'm just listening to my elders when I do smoke weed every day, and that's just it. I would take some, says Loopy. Work 4 times 1 joint. I don't understand what that means, my brother. Literally normal cake with weed in it. Okay, yeah, it's case. Essentially, yes. So an edible, way more powerful than just smoking your marijuana. An edible, you're relying on the kidneys and livers to filter everything out. It takes a little bit more time to get high, but yeah, like Drank said, it's about 4 times the impact of a joint. So,
So yes, Crimson's strained out before. Yeah, everybody's strained out before, man. When you're smoking, when you buy an ounce of stuff and you don't have anything else to smoke in between, you're strained out halfway through. I'm telling you for sure. But anyway, edibles. Actually, what I did want to know is, so we've touched on Amsterdam. We know it's fully legal in Amsterdam. Drake, how many coffee shops would you say / dispensaries exist in Holland today? And a follow-up question to that would be, how many years has it been since Holland has fully legalized marijuana use? Yeah, we're gonna wait a minute. We're gonna wait a minute and check in on Twitter, see if anybody's tweeted us any questions. I don't think so. And if you do have a question to tweet to me, it's at the BroGamerX, by the way, people. Right there on Twitter. Follow up. Tweet me the question. Or just ask it live chat here style. You never know where people are tuning in from. I actually had somebody tuning in on some random streamer box the other day. It was weird. You really don't know. Guess. Come on, over 100? Because in California they sprang up from, I think, I don't know, when Super Jaime was shot with Doug Benson, there was about 420 dispensaries, and now there's over 1,000. Shit, it's $1 billion industry in Colorado. So there you go. Drank just has his answer right there. His estimation is about 30 years of legalization and over 2,000 coffee shops. Now, this is an industry in where there's no monopoly. And this is why I like the Holland / Amsterdam marijuana scene, is because you actually have to have really good quality in order to get into there. You can't just be oh, hey, we hired Snoop Dogg, so now, and DNA Genetics, so now we're the shit. And don't get me wrong, Tweed, you're good, but your mother plants, they suck. They're immature. And quit crossing your sativa with indica. What's wrong with you? You can't do that. When people order sativa, they want sativa dominant. Nothing. They want sativa. A sativa dominant's called a hybrid. Okay. Hey, guten Tag, Sandy. 16 million inhabitants are in Holland. Okay, 16 million people can't be wrong. I'm just saying. The United States is doing well in their legalization efforts. I don't know who will win the race, Canada or the US. Will the United States be able to fully legalize their entire country before Canada, the top hat of the United States, does next summer? I wonder. July 18th, 2018 is when Canada says that we're going full recreational legalization for marijuana. So what I'm really hoping is to get this here dispensary. We've got the business plan squared away so many times again. But what I want to do is have it in a franchisable state so that when we legalize that, other people can just basically purchase their own pie high and open it for 10 grand. 10 G's, that's it. It's nothing. It's nothing. 50% of it's legalization. What am I going to stream tomorrow? Or do you even stream tomorrow? Yeah, I'm going to stream tomorrow. I haven't decided if it's going to be a game yet. I might do a teaser for Sniper 3. I might do something completely fucking random, like some Company of Heroes or some... What was it? Total War? I play Total War. Pretty good. Not going to lie. It's pretty good. Do my webcams run in 60 frames per second? Yeah, when they're connected to USB 2.0s. This one is. As you can see, it's flawless. Hey, yay, no lag. This one's giving me a bitch of a trouble right now, actually. So I'm going to just reset it. And now we're really dark. Now it's dark time. There we go. That's a little better. What are you going to do, right? We're live. Little Sandy says that she's for legalization for medical reasons. Hey, that's a pretty good stance. I should do a mission of Sniper 3, should I? I might. I'll tell you what, if we get over 20 likes on today's episode, I might do some Sniper 3 gameplay. Tell you what, we'll make it 30. But yeah, no, I'm just doing a scroll back here. All good stuff because it's legal, so the government has a say in the quality
Yeah, he's talking about Amsterdam here. And that's just it. When you fully legalize something, it's the government regulating something and not a black market. And in order to get the top quality, you need everybody on board. And something that's illegal, like, think about all the strains that have been lost in the war on drugs. Oh, so many outstanding strains. Original OG Kush. You know? Original Skunk. Gone. Like, their hybrids exist, but they're not, you know. You know what I mean? But yeah. The 20 likes challenge. Yeah. Only 13 to go. Oh. Blaine's, you get like 100 likes a minute. I love it. It's just a fun, entertaining channel to stop by. Anyway, so tell me what your thoughts are. Tweet them at me, maybe at the BroGamerX. Talk to me about them here live in chat. We're live for another, a little bit. It's going to be a very short stream today as we sort of crash the political hat in a comedic sort of talk show style fashion. I don't know. Probably gonna end up just start referencing other people's YouTube channels again. Just kidding. We did that yesterday. Yeah, that's right. We did. If anybody hasn't seen yesterday's video, we did a huge shout out to a whole bunch of people. Bear Plays, M4, Pixel, Crimson, Drank, Psychotic, everybody. You know what I'm saying? You can check everybody out in the feature channel section on my YouTube page right here. Wabba. On the right or down below. Oh yeah, I also did Blaine's. The Blaine's got a shout out too. Yeah. Why the hell is the cancer known as BuzzFeed showing in my recommendations? Loopy, I don't know. Recommendations, honestly, they're not recommendations, okay? That's people who've paid to advertise to you. Sorry. What they have, no, but what you, he says, I've never watched BuzzFeed. No, but what you probably have done is watched a Battlefield 1 video, or a Call of Duty video, or a meme, or something like that. And one of their tag words is Battlefield 1 meme, Call of Duty, or whatever. And then, ta-da, you get exposed to the video. That's how SEO tag words work. But that's a different story. That's an entirely different story. Did you guys know that even XTC is getting accepted by Holland? Oh, seriously? Ecstasy is getting accepted by Holland? Owning and using 1 or 2 pills won't get you in trouble. What are my thoughts on ecstasy? No hard drugs. I have a hard stance against that shit. Hard no on that one. Hard no. Why? Because... nah. If it doesn't grow in the ground, it's not sound. I don't know. We don't have ecstasy receptors in our body. We do have cannabinoid receptors in our body. Few in our belly, few in our head. Did you know that? We have actual cannabinoid receptors. We don't have heroin receptors. We don't have cocaine receptors. And we certainly don't have ecstasy receptors, because ecstasy is an entirely 100% man-made drug. We have cannabinoid receptors, though. And Rick Simpson oil has been known to unfuck a cancer-type situation. I'm not saying it's a miracle or anything like that, but, you know, it does have properties derived from marijuana. Don't call me slow, but what is XTC? Ecstasy. It's an MDMA-based drug that makes you go all fucky. Don't do it. Loopy, look at me. No. Hard drugs like crystal meth. Yeah, pretty much. Crystal meth and MDMA are ecstasy split, basically, I would say. And cocaine, yeah, that's accurate. Yeah, that's accurate. But I mean, and this is another point, is when you fully legalize marijuana, you give people an alternative to these options, you know, straight up, an alternative to this crap. You do. Shit, you have an alternative to beer at that point, to an alcoholic, for instance, who's just looking for something legal that he can do that won't fuck him up, like a cop or a soldier. They test positive for marijuana, their job's gone. However, it's fully legalized and they test positive for marijuana in their off time, responsibly. They can do their job better. Maybe their marriage stays the same. Maybe it doesn't get all fucked up because of something he saw. He's just more of a chill guy. I'll tell you right now, I'd still be a cop if I was able to smoke. But, you know, Shit's gotta change, and until it does, well, here we are. Together, talking on a live fucking YouTube show. You know? But I mean, that's pretty much all I got. Unless anybody has anything else to add, that's gonna be our stream for the day. I mean, everybody, here we go, little saying, everybody should get close to get to choose whether to do drugs or not, as long as it doesn't affect others in a bad way. And I agree. If you fully legalized everything, criminal elements couldn't make money. People aren't gonna do something that doesn't profit. It's just not logical in the end, and even they will reform. The government wants the key to having a completely ordered society. Legalize all drugs. The people want to do cocaine, they're gonna do it whether it's legal or not. Just period. Trust me. Like, I've never done that shit. I've never done anything worse than weed. Worse. But what I can say is I've had a fair amount of experience in my father doing it, ruining multiple lives. I didn't even do cocaine or heroin or speed in my life. Completely fucking ruined because of it, I'll tell you that. I had to restart 0 as a 21-year-old man. Negative. Okay? Bankrupt. Dude cleaned me out. The drugs just take over. They're not worth it. Never had that experience with potheads. You want to know what my worst experience with a pothead was? We were going to go to a concert, but then we got high. Seriously. I was going to go out for dinner and wings and beer with my friends, but then I got high. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, then I smoked some seriously intense sativa, and then I could fly. So, I mean, I know they're not legal in Holland, Canada. Holland, Canada. But, isn't there like some state in Finland or Switzerland where everything's legal and it's just like some really fucked up place to go? Sandy says, better ban weapons, nothing good about them. There's no such thing as a bad gun. Just a bad shooter. Call me army on that one, but, you know, bullets aren't bad. The people shooting them determine where they go. Okay, and if you didn't have a gun, then, well, hey, if you needed it, perhaps you would become a victim instead of a hero. I'm just saying. I'm not saying you need to pull out your gun and wave it in somebody's face who cuts you off in traffic. That's fucking asinine, and your gun needs to be taken away. Let the dude who's standing there chill with a 1911 holstered up under his shoulder, standing at a bank one day, and it decides to get robbed. Because banks do that. And he pulls out his gun, and he's just all like, ha boom! Headshot! What's up? Nice shotgun on the floor. Shit's all over the fucking wall. Busted that dude in the grape. Then he's a hero. Guns and drugs are not legal in the United Kingdom, says CJ. What's up, CJ? Welcome back to the show, buddy. Yes, the English have a very unique way of policing, and you know what? It works. They really only use cameras. All their cops, all their low-level frontline cops, basically only have batons, whistles, and radios. They do have officers with weapons in their tactics squad and stuff like that. When is the house tour coming up? Ha! When I get a bigger house. And yeah, you can see to that by donating below. Just kidding. Seriously. Don't do that. You guys want to see what all the totals are at? Here you go. Zip up. There's Mag for it from yesterday. We're at $44 towards Destiny 2. We've got Mike Kalel and Portalmaster 200 as the two most recent subscribers I can read. Yeah, it turns out they weren't Russian hackers. As it turns out, I went back and I took a look, and most of the hackers, quote unquote, were real people. Who the fuck knew? Translating all your shows to Russian worked. I translate all my shows, all the titles and my descriptions, into Russian, Spanish, French, and German. If anybody doesn't know that, you can actually search me under those languages, and I still come up. So, vive la France. I thought you said Yale instead of Yale. That's funny. I think killing someone never makes you a hero, but I see your point. Sandy, I didn't mean doing that made you a hero, but I mean, like, alright, so for Jedi, justice and mercy are basically the conflict. Do you be just or do you be merciful? You know what I'm saying? This is a weed show and it's getting way the fuck off topic, but I guess we'll go there. This is going to be weed and guns, everybody. But essentially, you know, like, to be in that situation and to not have your weapon, for somebody who's trained to use it in a disciplined way, to not have it, and then to say you got victimized, say you got shot, or your wife got shot, or somebody else did because, you know, you didn't have your weapon. I'm just, I don't know. I would rather be a gardener. No, never. Fucking warrior in the garden. I would rather be a warrior in the garden than a gardener in a war. You know what I'm saying? And because you can always turn it off. If you're a disciplined dude or female, a tactical type individual, you can turn that shit off and bring on the funny. Look at Matt Best, an AR-50, or, yeah, AR... Wow, total mindfuck. Matt Best, awesome YouTuber. Check him out. Google him. He's a ranger. He's fucking respected. Anyway, I would never kill somebody. Okay, the boom headshot thing was a joke. Personally, if I was in that situation, I would probably just wounding shot, take their weapons, arrest them, you know, because of the whole cop training thing. I'm not really trained to kill. Some people would just be like, boom, headshot, bust you in the grape, you're done. Psychotic. Maybe. Possibly I'm just being a little foresightful on that. I'm Canadian, folks. I need my coffee. Come on. But let's get back to what we were talking about here. Okay, and that is, you know, the status of cannabis laws in your country. You know, I love the conversation and how it's gone. It's gotten really dynamic, I'm not gonna lie. CJ says, guns don't kill people, people kill people with guns. And undercooked chicken kills everybody. Undercooked chicken, life sucks. Yeah, no kidding. I've done shrooms as well, yep. Talking about mushrooms, magic mushrooms. They grow in the ground, so yeah, I did them. I was playing the Pirates Game of Life when I did them. The Pirates Game of Life. I think I was trying to be either Jack Sparrow or Barbossa. I can't remember. Arr, you kidding? No, I'm not kidding. I was entirely fucked up on mushrooms, and we were playing the Pirates Game of Life. I think we even went as far as to have foam swords and pirate hats. So, yeah, Psychotic's not here. He's a busy guy, though, you know. What are you gonna do? You can't make every show, guys. You can't make every show. Freaked me out, bro. What about mushrooms? No, it didn't. You're getting an LOL in chat for that one. But, yeah, I know. Weed and mushrooms. Psychedelics, hallucinogenics, and whatnot. Talking about marijuana, though, people. Greenery. Green shit. Green. And I mean, I think we're going to end on this. And that's whether you legalize it or don't, people are going to do what they want to. They're going to find a way around. People are like water. We're based about 73 to 80% water, depending on who you talk to. You know, and water flows, man. It flows. Whenever it encounters an obstacle, it either goes around, up, or under. Seldom does water go through something, unless it's like, you know, Grand Canyon. That's called erosion. I know. I know, Mr. Troll waiting in the shadows. Oh, he doesn't know what erosion is. Hold up. But what I can say is this, is that if you legalize it, you get to benefit from the tax revenue. You get to build schools and roads, hire more cops if you need to. They can fight the war on heroin and cocaine. But I mean, like, come on, guys. It's 2017. Marijuana has proven positive effects. I'm fairly sure that I'm confident in quoting, without actually checking the statistic on this, that marijuana, at least in Canada, not that I've heard of, has had any actual marijuana-related overdose deaths. I would like to see if somebody could overdose on marijuana, and I might attempt to do that myself live on a stream sometime, but we'll have to encounter that at a later situation. I hope you're all having a fantastic Wednesday, though. You know, I mean, the aim of the show is just to uplift. I know we're not playing any games this week after the retirement from Battlefield 1, but, we're changing it up. We're going to do a vlog series from British Columbia next week. You might see some plants, you might not. You're going to see some beautiful scenery, I will tell you that. Love British Columbia. It's a beautiful place to go. If anybody doesn't know Canada, it's basically our California. Yeah. Actually, it's literally like California, just like a fraction colder. And it's not a desert. It's a beautiful, lush, tranquil area. Bro, do you weed? Of course I do weed. Rob. Yes. I'm even going to type in yes. And then I'm going to hashtag 420 just because. Anyway. Legalize it. Benefit from the tax revenue. Are you kidding? Colorado is grossing a ridiculous amount of $1 billion revenue. California too. The other U.S. states that are legalizing are showing the precursor of what Canada could be, and that's a huge country. Huge. We're fucking giant. Okay, you wanna... Yes, okay. So we don't have a whole lot of population. But we're fucking massive. I'm serious. Canada's a big fucking place. And most of it's farmland. Very fertile farmland. Think of the revenue generation for our entire nation if we could be distributing medical or recreational marijuana to the entire world. BC Bud has always been known as the best marijuana in the entire fucking world. I'm sorry. BC Bud, BC Bud, BC Bud. That's all everybody ever talks about. Why the fuck do you think I'm going there this weekend? I mean, let's be real. So let's be real. It's 2017. Let's evolve already. Let's quit oppressing our own people. And with that, my Jerry Springer style moment, that's today's Bro Show. Don't forget to sub and like it. Ah! Made you conform. Or didn't. Dislike it if you don't want to conform.